Hello, welcome to KatesAg. Today is another day of wheat harvest on our Montana farm, and we just started out this morning. It's going quite well so far, and I'm looking forward to the rest of the day. Our forecast says we're supposed to get rain, and it's quite cool outside actually. I've had the heater on, not AC in the combine, and if you look out the windows we have very blue skies. So I'm not sure if we will get rain or not, but we're trying to get as much in the bins just in case it does rain. But the forecast actually says we could be getting rain for the next 5 days, so that would be a real bummer considering it is harvest time. And until the grain is in the bin, you don't know what you'll get. You could get hail or all sorts of things that could damage the crop and produce a much less yield or nothing at all. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I've been seeing so many mice in the wheat swath. They're just running out and looking for a new home as I pick up the wheat with my header. Yeah, it is pretty heavy. I'm only going like 2.4 and it's grunting. There are always mice in the wheat swaths because we have a ton of mice here. But this year I haven't really seen many of them except for this field. Almost every row I've been seeing them. Oh my goodness, there was an owl in the swath. He flew right out of under my header and he flew to the next swath. Oh, he's so cute. I see the owl again, so I've just stopped my combine to see if I can go outside and get a closer look. He's so cute. Hi, little guy. Oh my goodness. He's so sweet. I can't get over this. Oh my gosh, this has made my day. Oh no, he's flying away. I cannot believe I saw the owl again. I saw the owl again. He was in my swath. That was the cutest thing ever. So I'm getting my combine started again, but he's so sweet. Oh my goodness. He's still standing over here if you can see.
When you get out and take pictures?
Yes. And he just kept looking your way, then my way. He's adorable. You never know what you'll see in the wheat swath. I cannot believe I saw an owl. That's not very typical. Usually I see a lot of hawks or occasionally an eagle, but never an owl in the swath, so I thought that was the sweetest thing ever. My dad saw him coming back up on a pass, but I haven't seen him since. No, okay, that's just a hawk over there, I think. Darcy just pulled in with the truck, and I'm heading to lunch right now. Here is the rock pile and the stormy looking sky. Dad's talking about the rye pass that he wants to give me because he's too scared of me going faster than him with my combining skills.
Mm-hmm. When you plug it up, you get to dig it out.
You've made me dig it out every other time.
Not that like that, Kate. You never plugged it up like that.
No, I've only plugged it with dirt, I think. We are just finishing up this part of the field and we'll just move on to the other half. The swaths are very sparse towards the west end, which is interesting because they were quite good in the middle. I'm noticing a big strip of wheat that's standing here on my left. That's where the swath are skipped. So just like cutting in the big combine headers, you can skip wheat if you accidentally get off course, so that's what must have happened. So that means this field was swathed with our MacDon swather and not our John Deere one. I really want to try driving swather, and now especially that we have the John Deere, I think auto steer I could do well. I'm not sure how I do in the manual steering, but I could try that too. However, there's been lots of stories with our MacDon swather about people roading it and the steering all of a sudden goes out, so I've always been a bit nervous to have to experience that. I don't know what I'd do in a situation like that one. My dad's coming up on the other side of me because we're all gonna start another pass up here. I'm juggling both my water bottle and combine as I unload in the grain cart. We use these really big jugs because there's no way to have 1 million water bottles in your cab throughout the day, and because we work 12-hour days, it's really important to drink a substantial amount of water. Some days I'm good with it, and some days I definitely should be drinking more. We haven't noticed any rain yet, but I have seen a few sprinkles on the window. Now I'm gonna shut off my auger here and put it back. It's really difficult to see outside the left window because it's so dirty and so windy. As my dad was saying this morning, the wind is north and south. So if you're not getting covered by the chaff of another combine, your own wind's coming back to hit you.
That first row across on the bottom here.
Yes, I can do that. Thank you.
Jason, you can turn around and go back.
I'm gonna lift up my combine header here.
Does your truck have a CV? Yeah, it does. Okay, after Jody fills this up, you know, you're gonna have to mark the bin, basically. I think Chris would want it, and then tell her to change the book to north to south side reels. Roger.
I didn't get totally empty. Do you want me to dump in the grain cart? I mean, I got empty up until that point, but then I went like another couple hundred feet.
It doesn't matter. Just grab that first row and go. Looks like it's heavy, okay.
I didn't bother turning my combine header off for this pass because I just came from right over here. So it's really not a new field, but it is the south half of it. So I guess that's why we have to mark the bins. After every field we finish, even if we're still on the same bin, we'll mark it so that we know where one field stops and another begins, and that's how we can calculate how many bushels we got off of each field. Otherwise, we wouldn't really know what came from which field and couldn't tell, does this soil have some sort of deficiency? Why did this do better than this one? Was it the weather? Things like that. It's really important to keep this information for seeding the following year and management of your farm. There's a little bit more of a hilly part to this side. This was pretty flat throughout. And I'm noticing the wheat, at least in this pass that I'm on right now, is quite a bit thicker too, so I'll probably have to slow down a little bit. Now to take a quick break from today's video, I want to say a huge thank you to Waterdrop RO for sponsoring. Now, as you know, farming is all about quality water, quality inputs, and so are our bodies. So that's why it's really important that you're drinking really healthy water. And that's really why I love the Waterdrop reverse osmosis system. Today, I will be showing you why it's such a game changer for me. And just like that, with the click of a button, you can have filtered water. This 5-stage RO filtration system removes 99.9% of impurities, and you can't believe what's in water. So fresh. Now, before I got this system, I would just use this kind of generic filter that I'd keep in the fridge. It'd always be falling out, but also it's really hard to use because you've got this handle. It's kind of not a good design. And it also can't just do hot water with the click of a button like this Waterdrop system. So that's why I've been using the Waterdrop a lot more. And I just didn't realize what a relief it would be to get rid of the kind of in-fridge system like this one and move on to the Waterdrop. The Waterdrop system also has no hassle. You just plug it in, the setup is super easy. Even I could do it, and I'm super bad at technology. The interface is also super easy to work, so I love that. And you just fill it from the back here. Now I'm actually going to add cola to the water so that you can see how much this system really filters out. Oh no. Quick break. So as you can see, I'm dumping this whole can of cola in the system here. Okay, so I'll put it in the back here, attach, and I will show you the filtration process. All right, now you'll watch the water come out clean and clear just like this. And just with the press of the button, you get the water to stop. I would say that that is perfectly clean. And this was nearly entirely filled with cola. Super fresh. I'd also love to show you how the hot water system works. That has been also a game changer for me. You just change the temperature like this, of how hot you want your water to be. You press this button here, and you can see the water droplet is red now. So it will be filling my cup with hot water. I'll just pop a tea bag in and I'm ready for the night. So now that I've been using this system for a while now, I have to say it's super easy to use and I love it. The other great part is the filter lasts for a whole year, so you don't have to worry about changing it or the hassle with that. That would be super annoying. So it's great that this one has the long-lasting filter. So if you want a simple, powerful water filtration system, this one is definitely worth checking out. Make sure to go to the link in my description and check it out. This is what happens when the wind comes through a wheat swath. It throws the wheat all over, and it makes it impossible to completely pick up. As you see, I'm leaving all of this on the side because my header is only so big. Uncle Chris just radioed to say that it's rained enough by the bin site that we wouldn't continue cutting. But we haven't gotten any rain here yet, so that's pretty lucky. The pass I'm taking right now is by the cheatgrass, and my dad said, oh, you can have that, Kate, because then you'll be the one to spread the cheatgrass seed around. It won't be his combine, so I thought that was real nice. I've just gotten a grain tank full buzzer, which is a bit tough because I have two combines right behind me, and the grain cart can't get to me because I'm the first row, so I'll have to back up and start. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick up my header and back into the row next to me so that my grain cart can get around. A full grain tank.
Okay, stop. Jason, we'll back up for her so she can get over and Jody can get in.
Jason got a bit close to me, so I'm gonna shut my header off. You never want the header running when it's not in the wheat. It's always just safe to shut it off and not have it going. The sky does look like it could rain, but I'm not sure exactly if it will. And then Jody is either gonna have to drive up and around or back out.
Jason, I'm gonna swap roads with you so I can be behind Cable and go across the stop. Roger, I figured you were.
All right, now I'm gonna idle it down, put my header back on. I'm definitely gonna be careful of our grain cart right here because it's really tough having this large machinery near each other when you can't see them. We don't want any combine grain cart accidents happening. So I'm gonna turn away here, set my header down, and just kind of slowly move in. I think he's probably out of the way. And if not, everybody would be radioing to me. My dad's gonna unload next, and then I think Jason as well. But they're going to swap rows, so my dad can be up on this hillside going around with me. All right, I just had to wait for my dad to pass by because he kept combining right up to because we just finished our pass headed west, and now we're headed north again for the 3 that go around the field, and then the rest, I believe, is swapped back and forth. It's raining a little bit now. My left window, or my right window, is pretty much covered with little specks, and it's raining in the front too. It is starting to sprinkle here now. He said it rained over there too. My dad's thinking we're gonna have to stop after this pass, or we might not even make it to the bottom. So I hope we do.
They told me, Steve said there's puddles in the lawn of the elevator.
Puddles at the elevator, oh my goodness. That is some intense rain. Some of these windrows are so blown out I can hardly get all of it. It's definitely picking up on raining now. It's not, I wouldn't call it raining yet, but it's for sure sprinkling. And even just the slightest bit of water can make these wheat swaths unable to be picked up. And they also take so long to dry out because they're on the ground in these piles as opposed to standing wheat, which would dry much faster. I see a combine operation to our left, which is still going though. They are green combines. It's not going to be pleasant getting out of the combine, I know that one for certain. Got a grain tank full buzzer going on. But I don't see anything in the left window and a little bit in the right, so I'll still keep going. I can't really use my combine windshield wipers because it just smears everything. I think the top of the rubber on mine is not doing so well. Darn it, that's the end for today. We're not even making it to dinner time. I think I'll be able to make it to the end here without needing to empty, hopefully. It will be close. It's pretty thick where I'm at right now. I definitely hear it in my combine a bit more. It might be because it's wet. It's really difficult to cut the wheat once it has moisture on it. I don't know that it's quite enough rain to stop though because this operation didn't. But I know we will once we get to the end of this row anyway. because we don't want the grain in our tanks getting wet. There's a whole slew of problems that comes with rain and farming. Well, at least harvesting. We want it for farming. My dad will be close if he makes it to the end too. I'm only going 2 miles per hour now, and I really hear the combine grunting, which is not a good thing at all. Going through a bit of a coulee here, so I have to watch out. You can always tell if it's a problematic area by the stubble. If the swather had to lift up his header, oh my goodness, my reel stopped turning there for a minute, or my pickup thing. Oh goodness, that scared me, but I didn't have it plugged and I knew that. I think I just had it too low. Anyway, if the stubble's too high, that means something's happening, either a draw in the field, a twist, a rock. So when you're combining, you want to look at the stubble around, not just the wheat that's coming in your combine. Yeah, actually I think I will. I'm basically maxed out here. It looks like that other combine operation might be stopping. I do not like being in this coulee one bit. And it's not even a coulee, it's just a little dip in the field. It does sound like we're ending for the night. Now I've started my combine up. The grain cart looks like he's backing up, and finish off this little part of the row here. Oh, okay. My header took a dip there because of this coulee thing that's happening. You got to be really careful, but you also want to pick up the wheat. So I always get quite nervous because you don't want to bend or break off the header. I've never had something like that happen, just a slew of tire problems. Comment down below what your favorite job to see, or if you participated in a harvest before, to participate in is. Mine for sure is combine. I think Darcy's would be truck. My dad's is also combine. My Uncle Chris, I think he said is driving around in his pickup. So like managing the whole thing. He's not as much of a fan of combine. I haven't tried grain carts, so I don't know much about that. Also bin, that's an option. Swather.
Yeah, just let it work its way through that stuff, Kate. That could be interesting.
It's fine now, but it was grunting pretty bad like just a second ago. Cheatgrass does not move through the combine very well, so when it's all cheatgrass and no wheat, it's kind of getting stuck. It seems to have stopped raining, so maybe we'll keep going here. I'm really not sure. That's my dad's call. And everyone else made it to the end without having to unload, so I just got a bit more full. My pass was probably larger as well. Wheat's getting stuck and not wanting to feed in very well at different parts of my header. I have no idea why either. It's getting stuck like this, and then I move it down, it's still stuck. I really don't know what to do because it's not plugged. I'll lift my header all the way up, see if that helps. Down, up, down. It seems to help a little bit. And now it's not really gone through because it keeps getting piled up there. In this one specific spot on the right part of my header, wheat's going in and then it seems to get stuck, and then I'll lift it up and down and it'll get unstuck, but then when I put it in the swath, it gets stuck again. Oh, nope, it looks like it moved through a bit more now. There's hardly any rain on the window anymore, so I believe we might keep going, but then everyone's lined up to unload in the grain cart, so maybe we won't. My dad just finished unloading in the cart, and I've still got a bit more to go. It looks like he is going to start the next row, so we are continuing for the day. Oh, maybe not. He just turned around. I have no idea yet. Yeah, kind of like a light sprinkle. So it's not enough to quit for the day yet. But my dad's thinking we work on the side where we would park the combines and the trucks just in case we do get a rainstorm.
I guess they're going to come over here and go back and forth, Jim, so we need to just... We don't have to move it over there. You want me to put it back where it was? Yeah, I guess so.
We're going to check how the wheat is feeding through the combine.
Roger.
So my dad wants to make sure it's going to be okay with how wet it probably already is. It's much better to stop for the day than hurt a combine that's worth so much. I'm going to take it a lot slower than I normally would, just because the wheat might not be fully dry.
Black truck of yours? Yeah, I do.
I'm only going 1.9, but my return auger is almost full, and my throwover meter too, and it's not thick wheat. It looks like the combine operation to our left is still going, but they might have a different combine that eats the wheat better, or it might not have rained as much a few fields over.
Start that one too, Nate, when you're done with it. Roger.
Jason is following behind me too.
Now go ahead. Have you started back out? No, I just got to the bin. Wow, wouldn't it take Nate that long? What's that? Nothing. I was being a smart ass.
Oh gosh, Uncle Chris was being funny. He said, oh, it wouldn't have taken Nate that long to get out to the bin.
Faster, Darcy. I go as fast as I do. If they don't like that speed, they're not going to like the second one.
Oh my goodness, that's funny.
I was just going to tell you not to come back out to the bin. That's to the field, exactly. Oh, okay, yeah, because this truck has to stay here anyway. It's got to be fueled up.
If it doesn't rain anymore today or tonight, we'll be able to start again in the morning. But if it does rain, we'll have to take another day off, or half a day at least. Dad's parking lengthwise with the... So I'm going to do that as well. Header down a bit, idle it down, and parking brake on so we don't hit the combine in front. It's definitely raining now. I don't want to get outside. I'm going to put my hood on. Thank goodness I have one. I think I'll wait till I have a ride. My dad's toughing it in the rain, but he also has a cap, so that makes it a bit easier. Very good decision. It's starting to rain even harder now. I can hear it on the roof of the combine. There's Dad. Oh, it's too dirty of a window to see. Will he look up? I don't want to get out. It's raining. Got to take my water this time and refill it. Both KatesAg totes. Uncle Chris is going to give us a ride. Our wheels are all muddy now. No, do I? Well, what do you have to say, Uncle Chris?
I just say you have to ride with your father.
You left me here in the rain for a bit.
I wanted to see if you would melt.
All right, we'll see you. It's locked. It's locked. Oh my gosh, not in the rain. That's cruel. You're mean for that. Everybody's picking on me in the rain.
Yeah.
Even Uncle Chris.
Yeah, we had that conversation. Oh, that's great. Well, you drove off without me.
Oh, there's Kate halfway down the ladder, just being careful, trying not to slip. Let's leave her.
Boy, that other guy had to stand out in the rain too till Chris got back. Life's tough on the farm.
Goodbye, combines. You made the right call. It's raining a lot.
Oh, I knew better to even go up there, really.
Yeah, because it is a hill, too.
Well, you could see them other combines weren't dusting nearly as much over there. I can't see ours because I was in the lead.
And even then, they might have been looking at us, too.
Yeah.
Seeing
well,
like,
still going.
they're still going, so we better keep going. And then it's pouring rain. Everybody gets stuck. Well, because it's the end of the harvest day, I'll have to end the video here. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. Okay, bye.